Hello, brother. Ben, it occurred to me during your video yesterday that you might not actually just be talking about cookies. To be honest, I was just a little thrown off guard by you implying that my Twitter followers were not badass, which they most certainly are. And I mean, really, I don't care what percentage of cookies people give me as long as they're not snickerdoodles. Ben, it was an early day today, although actually not as early as it should have been. You see, I set my alarm clock wrong, which really shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, honestly, it's a miracle anyone gets up on time given how complicated alarm clocks can be. Pitfall number 1, AM, PM. Have you ever accidentally hit PM? Alarm doesn't go off? Oh, right, there's PM, you know, for people trying to wake up in the middle of the afternoon. Make sure you hit AM. But you have to make sure it's the right AM, Ben, because there are 2 AMs on a clock. Pitfall number 2, AM, FM. Now, you might not think this matters because either one is the radio and noise should come out either way, right? But I'm betting you don't listen to a whole lot of AM radio, and so I'm betting that your AM radio isn't even pre-tuned to something that's making noise. I mean, who's even listening to AM radio? Actually, Ben, I really like Mike and Mike in the Morning on ESPN radio. God, how old am I getting? Okay, you've got AM morning, you've got FM radio. Now pitfall number 3, the volume knob. Have you ever gotten the time right but the volume was down so you couldn't hear the alarm go off? My question is, why does the volume knob even go to 0? Why is there an inaudible setting? Like, at that point, wouldn't you just turn it off? The only thing that can come of turning it all the way down to 0 is that you forget to turn it back up and you miss your alarm. But the alarm clock people aren't stupid, Ben. They know times are changing, and that means that there needs to be extra features, like pitfall number 4. Why be stuck with radio when you could also set it to play your iPod or a CD? CDs were these old disc things that people used to listen to music on. They kind of look like DVDs. I used to have a Chumbawamba one. I had the alarm set to CD and didn't have a CD in there. Now, you would think that the alarm clock would recognize that it's not playing music and be like, oh, we should try something else. But sadly, no. That being said, I bet you guys don't even use regular alarm clocks. I'm betting you use your phone. But don't worry, Ben, they suck too. I mean, the AM PM problem is present as ever. And mine has this great function where you can set which days of the week the alarm goes off, which is handy if you're setting a schedule, but not so handy if you didn't see that function the first time you were programming your phone and needed to wake up at like 6 o'clock on Saturday and then slept in until 10 because you set the alarm for Tuesday. I do personally use my phone, and every night I plug it in. But there have been occasions where I plugged it in and the cord has been unplugged from the wall, which means my phone dies in the night, and then not only does it not wake me up, but I don't have a phone the next day. Those are good days. And of course, there's just regular human error, setting the time wrong. Meant to set it for 4:15 this morning, set it for 4:45. Needed to be at work at 5. I guess you could say that's not really the machine's fault, it's just human error, but to some degree, all of these are just a little bit of human error. There's just so many opportunities for you to fail for something that's so important on a day-to-day basis. But it's not on a day-to-day basis that I typically have this problem. It's when there's something important I have to wake up for the next day and have to set a whole new alarm. And that's what's so frustrating, Ben. You're not sleeping through day-to-day things, you're sleeping through important things. Like, if I'm 15 minutes late to work, it's probably not the end of the world. But if I sleep through an exam or something, yeah, it pretty much feels like the end of the world. And because it's typically an important event, there's really no room for failure. If 99 out of 100 times you set your alarm correctly for an important event and wake up and everything goes great, that one time could still ruin you. You could still sleep through that exam, miss your wedding, miss the race you were training for. Stupid alarm clocks. So Ben, my question for you and everybody else is, have you ever slept through something important? Let me know down in the towel section below, and I will see you in another life, brother. Oh my god, I was supposed to do the end screen.